Okay, we're experiencing the first challenge, trying to find the bus. You excited, Mom?
Very.
Very, very excited?
Yeah, we found the shuttle.
The elusive shuttle. And we have a 4-hour flight to Michigan and then 14 hours to Korea, plus all the transition time, but it'll be a lot of fun. Guys, we were so worried the airport would be filled, but Mom, it looks like you rented out the whole airport. Yep. Thank you.
VIP.
Thank you.
To release, lift the top of the buckle.
Stay seated with your seat.
Okay, this is what you get with premium economy. So we have a little bag and it has toothpaste, toothbrush, chapstick, socks, and then we do get little slippers, and then there's the slippers, and then a little blanket. So that's everything you get.
Hello.
Oh, and a pillow. We have like no space now. We have too many goodies. We made it! Mom, how are you feeling?
I will feel so good to get out of this plane. How about you?
I'm ready. It still doesn't feel like we're actually here yet, though. It kind of just looks like New York outside the window. Dad, do you want to make a comment?
Just be glad to get out of the plane.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Our feet work.
Oh, yeah.
No, nothing.
All right, so I'm trying my very first drink in Korea. This is banana uyu, which is banana milk. So I'm gonna crack this open. I've had this in the States and it was really good.
It's so good.
You like it?
It tastes like banana strawberry for some reason. I don't know why.
Banana mat uyu? I'm used to just banana uyu, so maybe mat is something. I don't know what mat is, but
Very
all
refreshing.
right. Cheers, everybody.
Someday.
It's very good, very delicious. Well, how do you say delicious again? Mashi,
This is
something
good.
like that.
Daebak.
The barley tea. Well, daebak is awesome. Mashi, something like that. This is barley tea, so barley cha. Cha means tea. But Dad, you like it?
Very good.
Very good. All right,
No
that's
sugar.
our drink review.
No sugar in it.
No sugar. There's not a lot of sugar in a lot of the drinks. All right, here's dinner tonight.
Okay, so I know we had KFC in the States, so they have the BBQ, which is like their brand. But
Or
BC
Or
chicken.
too much drinking is a a stroke between remnants.
Here.
I'm doing it. Sex, drinking during pregnancy is a physical examination of malformed children.
American. American.
No, I was reading.
Oh, this looks so good.
It's so delicious.
We got Korean fried chicken.
Oh, look, in the
Gold
pickle
King
bag.
combo.
Oh, I forgot. The second.
The Coke?
Yeah, the Coke one with the sets.
Oh, where's the Chipotle?
Right here.
Oh, okay. So we just microwave it? That's funny. Oh, it's done. It's funny. The packaging though looks like a convenience store. But there's dinner tonight. Chipotle, which is rice cakes. I'll do chopstick. And here's the chicken. Oh my god, it's gonna be so good. You got a soda? Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of my trip to Korea. Yesterday was basically just a giant traveling day, but we made it to the Airbnb and here is some footage of the Airbnb. It was actually very, very nice. And if you're looking for a cheap way to stay in Korea, Airbnbs are a lot cheaper than the hotels. Although we did get a little warning. When we were there, we ran into a English teacher who was from America, and we ran into him at a cafe that was under our Airbnb. Basically, the Airbnb was part of a residential building, and it was like 70 stories. It was crazy tall. But at the very first floor of this building, there was a cafe, and we ran into him. And he basically told us that Airbnbs are kind of illegal in Korea, so that's why they're so cheap. We didn't run into any issues. We went to 2 Airbnbs. We booked it through Airbnb. But he said just to be careful, because if you ever had a trouble getting into an Airbnb in Korea, you probably wouldn't get much help because they're not supposed to have them. But who knows how true that is? He just mentioned that offhand. But we couldn't really sleep because we were really like jet lagged. So we ended up walking around Seoul at 4 a.m. But it was actually a really cool experience. Seoul was so pretty. And it was crazy how busy the city is. As you can see, there's still a lot of people out given it's 4 a.m. and we're like in the business district of Seoul. So this is not Itaewon where there's partying. This is like where all the businesses are. So it was really cool to see all the lights and stuff. Apparently there's some sort of holiday going on, so that's why all the lanterns were up. But it was so pretty, and it was actually like a little cold. The weather was nice. It was a good change from Florida. So once we officially woke up, we then had to hop on the bus. We were going to get our hanboks, which if you wear hanbok to the palace, you actually get in for free. By the way, the public transit in Korea is so easy. All you need is a T-Money card or a Cashme card, and you just tap it when you enter and you tap it again when you're leaving. And to get around, we use the Naver map app. It was so helpful because with the Naver app map, it tells you when to get off, when to get on. It tells you the bus times. It was so easy, and you don't need to know any Korean to be able to use the app because it translates it all into English. So again, very easy to use. By the way, Korea has the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen in my life. So I took time to take a bunch of like videos and photos of all the flowers. because it was so gorgeous. Everywhere there was amazing flowers. So after the hanbok rental, we did a walking food tour. We did do a pit stop to get a lock. We mentioned to the tour guide that we really wanted to get this lock, and he knew the guy that sells them, so he took us right there, and we ended up getting this fish lock for, I think it was right around like $6 US, which I think that's a really good deal because it's actually made with real brass, and we're able to tell by doing like the magnet test. We also went to the famous Poop Cafe. They serve their coffee in like toilet bowls and stuff. It's really funny, but it was actually so good. And then we saw a bunch of different like traditional restaurants. We tried different traditional food. And then we also did street food, which the street food was my favorite. It was really good. I love tteokbokki. It's like nice and spicy. And the fish cake was really good too. But we went to the traditional market as well, so we got to see meat vendors, fish vendors. We saw more tteokbokki. It's so good. You have to try it if you ever go. And then we walked to this stream, and the whole time the food tour guide, he brings us to food spots, but he also shares a lot of history, so that was really cool too. I wish I was able to record him to share that with you guys, but for privacy reasons I'm just showing what I can. But that's the end. So we're going to the DMZ today, so I'm just doing very basic makeup. I'm using the Muse chapstick in clear. This is what it looks like. And we have to leave very soon because we're going to a bus tour. But I'm excited. I don't really know what to expect, but I think it'll be fun. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of Hero Rescue Balm because it has like a little bit of color corrector to it. But a little bit does go a long way. I don't know why I did that much, but we'll just boop. But basically we're in Seoul and it's going to be like an hour bus ride over, but the cool thing is like 30 minutes into the bus ride we do stop. So it's like at like a touristy location where there's apparently snacks and bathrooms. It's like a basic rest stop. And then it'll be another 30 minutes and we'll be in the DMZ. One really important thing, if you guys ever come, is you do have to have a passport with you. So just make sure you have your passport on you at all times in the DMZ. And then you don't want to wear anything like military. And then you also want to dress somewhat nice. So they say basically dress as if you're going to your grandparents' house. You don't want to wear like a dress too short or anything too flashy. Jeans are okay. But you just want to be like put together. You don't want to look super messy or stand out too much. So there's the BB cream, and then here's the NARS in Chantilly, which is the lightest shade they do. I'll just do one dot, and pat it out.
Yeah, we gotta go. Kate, we gotta go.
Okay, I'm coming. Okay, so here's the finished look. We are on the bus for the DMZ. So, but yeah, that's the look. We're going with.
So when purchasing the tickets, we will need your personal details, such as your name, your date of birth, and your
Our tour guide said this train was used in the Korean War, and it was on its way to North Korea and ended up getting shot up. So all the little holes are from that. All right, Mom's making a wish. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. What did you wish for?
I need another one. I forgot.
All right, buddies.
Yeah. Here, John, go in so we can do a size comparison.
Okay.
I love how discreetly you just said that.
Honestly, like, they're almost the length of, like, my entire forearm. Like, from hand, tip of my fingers.
Are you kidding? Look how big that one
Here,
is.
Not
here's
big.
my
Oh, no,
foot
that
in
guy,
comparison.
That guy's like as big.
And we got the opportunity to pick up some North Korea currency. So I ended up getting 3 different bills. This is what it looks like. And this is their new currency. We were able to get the old stuff too, but I don't know. these I don't know. These were the 3 I liked the most, I guess. But this is what it looks like. Here's the last one. This is a rose magnolia, which is the flower of North Korea. And then I got 1 coin as well.
What I say, come to me. Come to me again. I will explain. Do you see the road? Next to the road, you see the wire fence. Do you? Yeah. That's the current southern limit line. Okay. So the left side of this southern limit line is the DMC. The right side is the civilian control area. Down there, do you see the parking lot? There are lots of buses down there, right? So that's the third tunnel we have just visited. Okay, and look at the upside down triangle river. Do you see? Yeah, you see above the river, you see the building complex, right? That's the Kaesong Industrial Complex. And then you see the tallest back building, right? That's the place. And that used to be the Inter-Korea Liaison Office. Yeah, that's the one. And you see 12 o'clock, you see their national flag, right? Okay. 2 o'clock, you see ours, right? And 3 o'clock, you see the tower. On top of the tower, you see 3 lights, right? Yeah, so that's the one. Lastly, look at the left side, 10 o'clock, you see the white.
The DMZ tour was a really important part of our trip for 2 main reasons. Because the historical significance of the area, but also my grandpa, he was a POW during the South Korean War. So we wanted to try to figure out where he was captured. And I also wanted to share a bit of his story here.
Where do you want me to start? All right, this is about my father, George F. Hart, and his experiences in Korea. Now, he was sent over to Korea, and he was there for a couple of weeks, and they sent him to a place called Reno Hill. And it was part of a battle of the Nevada Hills that happened in the Korean War. And what had happened is the Marine group that he was with, they had captured this hill, and they didn't realize that the Chinese had built a tunnel up to the top of the hill. So in the morning, they were waiting for the Chinese, looking down the hill, and the Chinese came pouring out, as he said, his words, out of the top of the hill like a bunch of ants. And what they did was they came from behind and started throwing hand grenades and satchel charges into all of the American bunkers. And what happened with him was they threw a hand grenade into his bunker, and he kicked it to get it away from him, and it went off. And that's actually what saved his life. He got a fragment of hand grenade went into his brain and knocked him out. So he woke up hours later in a pile of dead GIs. The Chinese had piled the soldiers up, and they machine gunned them, I guess, to make sure they were dead. And he got shot through the hand and through the ankle when he was in that pile. So he woke up, and luckily it was totally dark. He didn't know where he was. And luckily, a Chinese soldier found him and didn't kill him. And this soldier actually ended up saving his life. He handed off his rifle to another soldier. another Chinese soldier, and actually walked him for 3 days to a POW camp. So that's how he managed to live. He was very fortunate. He was lucky that he got knocked out by the hand grenade. He didn't get killed like all the rest of the guys, and lucky that this soldier took pity on him and basically saved his life. Now, he got repatriated after about 6 weeks because his wounds got infected, the ankle and his where he was shot through the hand. And the Chinese figured they could trade him. They'd get more trading him while he was alive than if he died. So they traded him for other Chinese POWs or Korean POWs. I'm not sure which. And he got saved basically because of his wounds. He would have died if he stayed much longer in the POW camp. So that's basically the story of what happened.
There was a lot more to this tour I was not allowed to show you guys. One thing you have to realize on this tour is there are many places you go to where there is a huge penalty if you film or take photos of it. So I showed you guys all I could to my best ability, but like I said, there's not many opportunities to film or record. This was an all-day thing. We were out pretty much the majority of the day, and this is all I was able to film of it. But it was a very cool experience, and I highly recommend if you get the chance to, you should go on the tour because it opens your eyes to a lot of history that is not in a textbook and a lot of interesting things. I'm not sure if that's quite the right word for it, but it was very eye-opening. First bite of Mom's touch.
So,
Is it good? What did you get? Was that the honey chicken? Oh,
No idea.
very good. Very good. So mine came with this little season packet. So I need to open this up.
Oh, these are rice.
Oh,
These are little rice balls.
that's like the taboke but fried. This goes on top. That's what this one looks like. All right, cheers everybody. Mmm.
Oh yeah. That's not processed chicken.
Because we're
Oh,
just
it's
looking
just
at
hot.
everything. After lunch, we went back to our Airbnb and rested for quite a while, as you guys can see. The next time we went out, it was nighttime, and we decided to explore Itaewon Street, which is known for their popular clubs, unique food, and just lively night scene. We went on an off day. As you can see, there's not too many people, but apparently around 1 a.m. it gets crazy over there. My sister did convince me to go into one of the clubs. This was a club called The Fountain. It was very cool. It was actually like, it felt like Disney because it was so all out with its theme. But the weird thing is there was no people there. But like I said, apparently people in Korea don't go clubbing until it's like 1 a.m. So that's why it was pretty empty. So one really cool thing about Itaewon Street is there are tons of different photo booths. So they even have hair curlers for you and then different like hats and stuff. This is wild to me. They really have a awesome honor system here. If this was in Florida, this would all get stolen in a heartbeat. But look, they have this big photo booth. It is so freaking cool that they do this.
Are we all good? What'd you say?
Yes. Okay, ready? I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
We don't know.
We're all gonna learn
it's
this
not in
together.
English. We're just hitting buttons. 90 seconds.
Oh, we all just joined.
Oh, gosh.
Can you just click it?
Oh, you have to hit the button. Oh,
Ah,
gosh.
that's funny. The little green heart.
I can't fit. Scoot over.
Oh, wait. There it goes.
I don't even know.
A silly one?
Stop. I can't even. I can't.
He's like hiding behind.
I can't.
It looks like you're about to bite her.
I can't. My legs are hurting. Stop. What are we gonna do now?
I don't know.
The last one?
Oh, this one's gonna be a pain to like really turn.
Why? And the frame just keeps moving.
You want to switch over?
I can't. Here, I'll go behind you. You get it on. Stop it! I feel like Katie takes the picture when she's ready. Okay. I wasn't ready! I wasn't ready!
Okay.
Ready. Oh, we only have a couple seconds. 3, 2, 1. We got it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good enough for now. Oh, what we got more?
It's automatic.
Okay. How many did it take?
Well, so we have 8 in total.
Oh.
Oh, I was trying to see if I got my hand behind me.
Oh, stop. These are stuff. So now we gotta choose. Oh, okay. That's nice. Okay. I like this one. Yeah,
Sure.
I guess so. This one we all look nice. That's good. Yeah, while parents sleep, kids are out play for sure. Oh,
Yep.
we get.
Okay, I'm gonna be trying kebabs in Korea, so this is what it looks like. One interesting thing I noticed is there's pickles, but here's what the store looks like. But John says kebabs in Korea just hit different. So I got the lamb, Kelly got chicken, and then John got lamb too. So cheers, everybody. You like it? It's really good. Yeah, it's good. Hey everyone, welcome to day 4 of our Korea vlog. So today we start off the day in Seoul and we are on our way to Daegu. But first stop, we are stopping to get breakfast in Seoul. We found this really amazing bakery. I couldn't resist trying their stuff. It looked so good. I ended up getting a sweet cream cheese garlic croissant, which sounds like a weird combo, but it was surprisingly good. And then we stopped at Olive & Young to get a muse. This is my favorite makeup, my favorite South Korean makeup. And next we're going to be hopping on a train. It's going to take a little bit, so I ended up picking up some McDonald's. I wanted to give it a try. So I am going to be trying Korean McDonald's for the very first time. Alright, so I'm going to show you what the Korean Big Mac looks like. They have all different items. They have special menu items just for Korea, so they had like a bulgogi burger and things like that. But we got the Big Mac because we wanted to compare the American Big Mac to the Korean Big Mac. This is what the hamburger looks like. And they give you a drink, and look at the drink. They give it to you in a tiny little bag like this. Big Mac comes like this in a paper. And then you take the little paper off. And then this is what the Big Mac looks like. So it's pretty similar, but we're gonna give it a taste.
우리 열차는 식당 37분에 서울역을 출발해 천안 아산, 대전, 서대구,
It tastes like the normal fries, but way less salty. They're like almost kind of sweet. We made it to Daegu. So we went to Daegu today, not Busan. We're going to Busan later. Today is Daegu Day, which is very special for John because this is where he was stationed. So we are going to be doing a Daegu room tour, and I'm sharing with my parents. So this is what it looks like when you walk in, and then we have the mirror. Here is the bathroom, where when you walk in, You have a little cubby and then the mirror, some soap. Here's the toilet and just a regular Western toilet. They have like little freebies. Then here's the shower. This is actually a very, very nice shower. A nice rainfall shower. We have shampoo, body wash, and conditioner. That's so nice. Every place we went to so far, they provided like all the toiletries. So there's
Coca-Cola, there's water.
So here's the refrigerator. It's kind of hidden. It almost just looks like one of these regular cabinets. So I'm guessing this is the freezer. Yeah, it's the freezer. And then here is the fridge. When we came in here, it was so freaking hot. That's one thing. Korea doesn't really have central air. They just have like the little AC boxes. So every single time we like check into a place, it's so hot and we have to turn it on.
Cookies.
But we do have a little kitchen with some supplies, a microwave, a sink, a little dishwasher, a washer machine down there, stove. Awesome. And then here's the living room and mom and dad's bedroom. So there's the TV, the couch, and mom and dad, and these amazing, ginormous windows.
And 27 floors up.
Oh yeah, we're on the 27th floor, guys. The 27th floor. Isn't that crazy?
It's pretty high.
So here's our view.
Very sunny.
Super sunny. So this is what Daegu looks like. And here's my bedroom. It's actually the loft. So I have like a little bird nest view. Super tiny stairs. They're literally smaller than my foot. It's literally a hand size. And then, oh, you can't stand. Here's the bed. And a teeny tiny railing. Here, let me flip my camera. This is what it looks like.
Found it?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
And then here's the railing. It's
Where the thing is with all the
right at my knee.
bar and money.
So that's a little scary. Kelly and John, they're in a separate building right across the street. It was actually cheaper to get 2 different rooms than to get a place that could fit all of us. So that's why they decided to do the 2 separate rooms. And they're in an apartment complex right across the street. So it's another Airbnb. We got this through Airbnb. And then the one across the street was through Airbnb too. But it was just cheaper to have the separate ones, so that's why we're separate. But I'm excited. We're gonna be walking around. This is where John was stationed. This is definitely different than Seoul. It's a weird mix of like countryside, but also it's still city. But there's tons of farms. But then, as you saw, there's like huge city buildings. From what we saw from the cab. So I'm excited to explore. But John has a lot of friends still here because this is where he was stationed when he was part of the military over here. So this is like his part of the trip. He's gonna see all of his old friends. We're gonna go out to eat. And then we're gonna finish up the trip again in Seoul. But I think we're here for like 3 or 4 days.
After we were able to check into our Airbnb, we decided just to go around and explore Daegu. And we ended up stumbling upon this super cool store filled with these Japanese gacha machines. And we couldn't resist playing a few. We ended up getting some cute little knickknacks. But the cool thing is these machines originated in Japan and now they're very popular all over Asia, including South Korea, and every machine's so different and unique.
What are they?
They're called gacha machines.
You put your money in and watch.
Yeah.
Don't like that. Oh, it's 10,000 or 5,000. Oh.
I gave you cash.
Oh, that sucked.
Okay, put it in here. Maybe this is for change. Just put one in. There we go.
All right. Damn.
This is how much they love coffee here. There's Holly's coffee.
Coffee right there.
Coffee right there. Coffee right there. There was like 3 coffee shops here. Oh, right there. Coffee. Literally, there's more coffee places than there is bars here.
We wrapped up our day getting some delicious pasta, and we will see you guys tomorrow for day 5, continuing our exploration of Daegu. Hey everyone, welcome back to our journey through South Korea. It's day 5 and we just arrived in Daegu from Seoul. Today is a very special day because we're also celebrating my sister's birthday. So we started the day at Sparkland, a charming rooftop amusement park. It's a great spot for both fun and beautiful views. It had this really cool overhang with a glass bottom so you could really see everything, and you know, you get a little bit of that fun risk taker excitement. My favorite ride at Sparkland was actually the Ferris wheel. It was nice and relaxing, and it featured a glass bottom. And another cool thing, like I said, this amusement park is on a roof. So part of the Ferris wheel actually hung over the building. So you were able to have this really cool, almost 360 view of the city because of the glass bottom. And it was glass all around you. So it was just really cool. Plus, each cabin on the Ferris wheel has a karaoke machine. So we sang some of our favorite songs while enjoying the view. It was a very memorable experience. When we were done, we decided to do a little birthday shopping. So Sparkland is connected to a mall. You actually have to go through the mall to be able to get to the park. So after this, we basically just went through all of the different shopping areas. There was basically pretty much all clothing stores, and it was kind of hard to find all different sizes. A lot of the stuff was one size, and sometimes one size fit and one size did not fit. But we had a lot of fun, and we also then started to explore for some food options. Daegu is known for its delicious street food, so keep an eye out for tasty treats while you shop. There were so many different options just out there walking around. So if you are a picky eater, don't worry, I'm sure you'll find something.
I wouldn't be doing that.
No, I would do. You wouldn't want to do another one.
Dad, would you do this one?
No.
Day 6, we decided to go to Duru Park just to explore a little bit of everything. But this tranquil park is a beautiful escape with winding trails, lovely gardens, and a serene lake. Also, if you travel up the hill a little bit, they had this really fun obstacle course that you could try out. Interesting thing about this park is at some point we really had to use the bathroom, and at first we could only find traditional squatting toilets, and that was our first time ever seeing a toilet like that. So that was a cultural experience. We eventually ended up finding a handicap stall, and that had a normal Western toilet. So we quickly used that because we weren't sure how to use the squatting toilets. So I'm sorry, but we had to quickly use the Western toilets. Also near this park is actually eWorld. We didn't realize that when we first went to the park. In the distance, we could see the tower of eWorld. So we looked it up and we're like, oh my God, there is eWorld. So we ended up walking all the way to it. And it was quite a walk. Not because of the distance, but because it was on a giant hill. So we had to walk up this really, really, really high hill. And one of the highlights was Tower 83, which offered stunning panoramic views of the city. Fun fact, the tower at eWorld is 202 meters tall, but also sits at an altitude of 312 meters. So it is higher than the Seoul Tower. There was so much to enjoy at eWorld, from fun rides to beautiful gardens. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing for more adventures. Until next time, see you guys.
Just breaking.
Welcome on in. So we're actually about to go on the train to Busan. I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen the movie Train to Busan. It's a really good Korean like zombie movie. But we're actually going on the train to Busan to go to Busan. So we're waiting for the train right now. We were gonna do an earlier train, but they ran out of sitting tickets. You only could stand. And we didn't want to stand. It's a 50-minute train ride. So standing for 50 minutes for my parents, that would have been too much. So yeah, we ended up getting a later train. But it's not bad because now we get to explore and look around. Let's see. Egg and tuna. Egg and shrimp, ham potato salad, cream cheese bagel. That looks so good. Shrimp omelet, ham cheese toast. Everybody here is so sweet, and also everything's very cheap, so that's nice too. But yeah, it's been a really good trip. The public transit is so easy and simple, and it's just very clean. But look at this, like this bowl of soup, it's 9,000 won. So that's probably like right around $7 US. And they give really big portions because pretty much everything is like made to share.
Just breaking. Boom goes my baby, no mistaken. Boom goes my heart just breaking. Boom goes my baby, not aching. Everything's a dream, so hazy. Feels like I'm going crazy. Everything's a dream, so hazy. I just need to know. Tell me if it's for real. Our love was never real. I need to know. I just need to know. Tell me if our love was never real. I need to know. I just need to know. Tell me if our love was never real. I need to know. I just need to know. Lost in all these feelings. Wounds I never healed. Lost in all these feelings. Can't stop my heart from
Lights up at night.
Yeah, so where was
was built on shaky sands. Boom goes my heart just breaking. Boom goes my baby still shaking. Boom goes my heart just breaking. Boom goes my baby
거의 다 젖었잖아. 오늘 저녁게 해. 안 돼. 물 안 젖게 해.
나를 보면 설레나요. 한 번쯤 생각한 적 있나요? 사랑해 이 맘을 너에게 보여줄 수 있는 날이 언젠간 올까요? 오늘은 아무 말 없이 걸어요. 수많은 사람들 속에서 행복해. 네 곁에 있는 게 너의 손을 꼭 붙잡고 걸어가고 싶어. 그대는 나를 보면 설레나요? 한 번도 생각한 적 없나요? 사랑해 이 맘을 너에게 보여줄 수 있는 날이 언젠간 올까요?
And all of the train tickets are sold out. We made it back last night super late. I think it was like 1 or 2 a.m. But yesterday was wild. I'm sorry I didn't really give that many updates, but yesterday was just a lot of sitting. So basically, yesterday we went to the train station early in the morning and we found out all of the train tickets from Daegu to Seoul were completely sold out. And we didn't think it was going to be sold out because on the way there, the train was like empty. But apparently a lot of people, they'll go to Daegu and then like Sunday they'll go back to Seoul, you know, for work, because a lot of people work in Seoul. But we didn't realize that. So we go to the train station, they're completely sold out. So then John, he used to be part of the military, and he used to have an international driver's license. And he was pretty sure it wasn't expired yet. So he ended up calling like a few different places, and they told him how to like check for his driver's license. So he checked for his driver's license, and his international driver's license ended up being expired. So then he went on the site to see if he could renew it, and it seemed really simple, like he could just renew it, but it actually takes like a week or so. So that didn't work out. And then he was asking all of his friends, because he has a few friends that live here, but most people don't own a car here because it's just very, very, very expensive to own a car. And then his one friend that did have a car, it was way too big of an ask because they had work the next day, and then it would have just been crazy. So that didn't work out. So we were like basically stranded at the train station. But luckily they ended up adding an extra cart to the train line because there's so many people there. And we got a ticket, but that ticket was not until 10 p.m. and it's about a 2.5 train ride. And then this is where the story actually really, really gets crazy. So the only ticket available was for 10 p.m. So we ended up spending the whole day yesterday at the train station. There was a mall connected to the train station, but it was a luxury mall, so we didn't buy anything. It was like Louis Vuitton, Celine, Tilbury, like all these like really high-end stuff, like thousands of dollars. So we ended up like window shopping, just looking, because we had to waste like 8 hours. We basically spent all day at the train station. We had lunch there, we had dinner there. It had actually really, really good food. It was like restaurant quality food at the train station. I posted a photo of it. But we ended up going on the train, and we make it to Seoul at, I think by the time we actually got off the train and in front of the train station, it was 1 a.m., pretty much 1 a.m. And at 1 a.m., all of the subways are closed, and the bus was on its last run, but the bus was completely full. So we had to take a taxi, and it was crazy. There were so many taxis there, so many people, but everybody was actually very, very organized. It must happen a lot because literally everybody just kind of gathered into a line to wait for the taxis. Like a whole long line formed while all the taxis are coming. So people keep like going into taxis. There's a few people that just plainly skipped the line. But I have to say, all the people that skipped the line were primarily like foreign people. Everybody who looked to be Korean just kind of went in this line, and here's all the taxis. And John said like that's like the ethical thing to do. Like that's the proper thing. When it gets super busy, you're supposed to just go into the line and wait for your turn. Some people did skip, but we waited in the line. But there's also these guys who would go up and down the line and be like, I have a taxi available, and try to get people. But those people are actually scammers. So if you ever travel to Seoul, be super careful. If you're waiting in that line and somebody comes up to you offering you a car, they are a scammer. And John knew that, but right around it was getting close to 2 a.m. So John was like, let me at least try to talk to these people. Because the guys that go up and down, they're not actually part of the city taxi service. They use their private cars, and they say like, I'll drive you here for this much money. So it's not necessarily allowed, but the police don't do anything about it, and they go up and down the line of people waiting. So John ends up like talking to the guy, and the guy was like 70,000 won. So that's like $60. So it was a lot of money. So John was like, no way, we're not gonna pay that. And then like 15 minutes goes by, and then the guy, he ends up coming back to John, and he's like, okay, 55. And John's like, no way. And John ends up talking him down to 40,000 won, which would be like right around 35 US dollars. Keep in mind, this is we just need a 10-minute taxi ride, so it's really not bad, but we do have a lot of people. Last time we were driven to Seoul Station, we needed 3 taxi cars, so it was about $30 on the way there. So $40 wasn't that bad to be able to leave faster, because keep in mind, at this point, there's still 100 people in front of us. There's so many people. There was probably like, it felt like 300 people there. Like, Seoul is a very, very crowded city. There's so many people, and there's tons of people in this line. So John was like, okay, for 40, that's not bad. Ended up loading all of our luggage and squeezing into this guy's minivan, which I don't recommend doing, because the people that walk up and down the line, they're not like official taxi people, but we were so tired. And John, he was part of the military, and he's like, they're not gonna do anything bad to you. They're just gonna rip you off. That's the only thing. So John was like, we'll just do it. We're only losing like $10. There'd only be like a $10 difference. So it really wasn't that bad of a deal. But we loaded all of our own luggage, and then halfway through the taxi ride, he tries saying like, John like takes out the 40,000 won, and then the guy's like, no, we agreed on 60,000. And John's like, no, you said 40. So the guy was like trying to like scam us, because we agreed upon 40. We went into the cab, and then halfway through the cab ride, him and John were like yelling at each other, being like, no, you said 40. And the guy's like, no, I didn't. And I said, the original price. So they kept going back and forth, and that was very scary. Plus the cab guy, well, he's not an official cabbie, but he was driving so fast. It was so scary. But then John was like, no, you said 40. John kept standing his ground. And the guy's like, okay, fine. But then John said, well, I'll give you 10,000 extra won if you go faster. So the guy went even faster. So that was really scary. But we did make it to the hotel. But we were all very scared the whole time. So I have to say, don't use those illegal cabbies. We did make it safe, but it was also very scary. And then he was like arguing. Once we actually got into the car with all of our luggage and we're halfway to the place, the guy was arguing to raise the price back up. But John was like, no, you said 40, we're already in the car, I'm not gonna give you more than that. So it was scary. Always purchase your round trip ticket. When you buy a ticket from Seoul to anywhere else, buy your ticket back. Because on Sunday, everybody's heading back to Seoul. Everybody is, and it's crazy busy. And also try not to get there super late, because at midnight, we were the last train, so that's why there was so many people. Like, it was more people than Disney. Like, I can't even like explain how, like, it was crushing. Like, we were all sardines. There was so many people on that last train, and at the train station too. And the sucky part too, with it being that late, we had no other options. We had to take a cab. The buses were closed, the subway was closed.
그대는 나를 보며 설레나요? 한 번쯤 생각한 적 있나요? 사랑해 이 맘을 너에게 보여줄 수 있는 날이 언젠간 올까요? 오늘은 아무 말 없이 걸어요. 수많은 사람들 속에서
Guys, we are at the Seoul Tower. It's really, really cool. There's love locks like pretty much everywhere. This is like couple locks, but let me show you this view.
Boom goes my heart just breaking. Boom goes my baby, no mistaking. Boom goes my heart just breaking. Boom goes my baby, not aching. Everything's a dream, so hazy. Feels like I'm going crazy. Everything's a dream, so hazy. In my mind it's all so lazy. Tell me if it's for real. Our love was never real. I need to know. I just need to know. Tell me if it's for real. Our love was never real. I need to know. I just need to know. Lost in all these feelings. Wounds are never healing. Lost in all these feelings. Can't stop my heart from reeling. Time is slipping through my hands.
So we found a cat cafe.
Hopefully they don't hit us with the door. Hello. Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.